Welcome to Minneapolis High School football here at Ellsworth, Kansas. It is October 5th, 2012. Scott Oshman and Dale Leach here for Eagle Communications Channel 20 and SalinaPost.com to bring you Minneapolis High School football on, Scott, another homecoming night.
Yeah, I know.
That we're the visitors. Another homecoming night here at Ellsworth.
So
hopefully we'll have as good outcome as we did when we were homecoming at Southeast of Saline a few weeks back. A little chilly night. It's supposed to be about 48 degrees kickoff and maybe get down to 41, 42 before the night's over. But good news, the wind is not hardly blowing at all. So we aren't going to freeze too bad up here. We've got our warm clothes on, and that's going to help tremendously. A little bit about the teams here. Minneapolis and Ellsworth both have 30 kids listed on the roster, so pretty equal there. Overall records are both 3-2. NCAA records are both 2-1, Scott. So pretty comparable in lots of ways.
Comparable, yeah.
One common opponent has been Russell. Minneapolis opened with Russell on the opening game of the season, beat them 45-0 at Minneapolis. The next week, Ellsworth went to Russell and won by a score of 36-14. Last Friday, they were at Beloit and got beat by the Trojans 68-10, which I didn't think was too bad.
Yeah, that's getting to be a pretty common occurrence with Beloit. They've been that strong. And so
points scored for Minneapolis is 102. The Bearcats scored 170. Minneapolis has given up 76 points. The Bearcats have given up 163. Of course, 68 of those came against the Beloit Trojans last week. So it's two pretty comparable teams. They're going to be up and ready to win homecoming tonight, and know if at all possible. But I think this is again a team that if we play well, we have a good chance of winning this game.
Yeah, this is one of those that you kind of earmark that you look at and say, this is a good opportunity for us, because it just gets more difficult after this.
Yes, it does.
And you'd like to have all the momentum you can possibly get going into the next few. So,
we look. I know where you're coming from there. We kind of look at Ellsworth. That ought to be a winnable game. But Scott, they have won 6 of the last 7.
Yeah, and I think that's probably going back a few years. It was, we went through a span of we did very well.
We had 5 in a row against them, 6 of 7.
Yeah, and then they have improved.
They have turned
tremendously, and they've had some speed in the backfield. Mm-hmm. They've had some good speed, which has just been smart playing. And I looked at last year's score, and it was
47-14 here at Ellsworth.
Yeah, so
I would be shocked if that was if the Lions were beaten and that there was a score anything close to that again tonight.
But it's still going to be a challenge no matter which way you look at it, because they're going to be wanting some redemption after the game that they had last week
at Beloit.
Beloit. Now they are still in 2A.
No, they're 3A.
Are they 3A?
Mm-hmm. I think. Well, no. Let's see.
See, I thought they would be 2A for another year in football.
They probably are. And that's why I probably saw a Plainville coach here.
Yeah.
As I went to the facility. So, yes, they probably are 2A based on last year's enrollment.
Yeah, they are 3A this year for basketball.
Everything but football.
Everything but football. Mm-hmm. So,
yep.
So that would probably kind of explain that right there. Mm-hmm. But, coming into tonight, Minneapolis does have an opportunity, but they're going to have to mind their P's and Q's, and they're going to have to play smart football to get ready for next week's challenge.
Definitely. And
can't look past this week by any means.
I see still a couple players over there on the sidelines, not in pads, that were same way last week, Quentin Clark and Skylar Reebrock. Overall, this is the 42nd game in the series. Minneapolis has 21 wins, Ellsworth 20, so it's been real close there too. But as I said, they've won the last 2 in a row and 6 of the last 7. The last Minneapolis win was here at Ellsworth in 2009 when we beat them 50-18. So again, I think it's a very winnable game if we play smart football. Their leading rusher, team numbers to watch for, Scott, is number 40, a senior, Trevor Miley, with 515 yards on 60 attempts for an 8.6-yard average, 7 touchdowns. Second leading rusher is their quarterback, Takot. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Takot Anderson. He's number 11. He's a junior, 492 yards, 6.5 average. In passing, he's 29 of 57 with 3 interceptions, 4 touchdowns. Receiving is a name that we're very familiar with, Glazier, Brent Glazier. Clint Grazier's gone.
Yep, brother.
Number 6, a junior, 8 receptions, 66 yards. And Jesse Kidd, number 18, a junior, 7 receptions, 150 yards, 2 TDs. Anderson seems to be an all-everything guy for him. He leads in interceptions with 3. He does their PAT kicks. I don't know that. Anyway, they are 9 of 12 on PATs. They've had 1 field goal and 19 yards. They average 30.8 yards in punting. Alex Yoxel averages 37.2 for us. So,
we're seeing more even special teams as far as the kicking game goes last few weeks. And but the guys tonight, as they will take on the challenge of taking on Ellsworth here on homecoming night, as they've already crowned their king and queen. And we still yet to have our homecoming, and that is next
Friday.
Next Friday.
The visiting opens district play, and the Norton Blue Jays will come to Minneapolis, another first-time opponent in football. We've played them in basketball and volleyball, track, etc. But that'll be a first in football.
So you said both teams both have 30 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of similarities in the record, a lot of similarities in size. How about class size?
They have 6 freshmen out, and we have 4. So.
Wow. Yeah, so there are some similarities here.
Yeah, or maybe we have 5 now. I'm not sure. But so many similarities. The 2 teams. It's amazing. Both from similar sized communities, 45 minutes apart.
As we're about 3 minutes away from the kickoff tonight, as the Ellsworth Bearcats come on the field, they're in their home all black, and Minneapolis in their traveling blue and white. And I sure do like our white jerseys, Dale. I've liked them from the beginning.
The red numbers outlined in blue, I think, aren't they? Maybe.
And sharp.
Yeah. One injury concern other than Clark and Reed Brock over on the sidelines, not in pads. One guy that is in pads, Garrett Lott, had some nagging muscle problems in a leg. I'll just limit it to that. At the earlier in the week, I was aware of. Hopefully, he's got that well treated over the course of the week, and is going to be close to full strength tonight. You need an effective runner to be able to have a good push off of those muscles in the legs to be able to get where he needs to go down the field.
And they will have the starting lineups for both teams. And Dale, I did not grab a program, so
I've got an extra one here.
I have to ask for that. We'll see if I can.
I gave you a first half and a second half on.
I see that.
Okay.
I see that. And then this is for, I don't know,
scoring or whatever.
So
there you go.
So we'll get you the starters here in just a second as they're naming off their offensive line and starters for the Bearcats. They've got a little bit of size in there in some of their front line. At number 73 is 183 pounds, but they've got a few 205, 220 pound kids in there. So it'll be a challenge for us tonight. As anytime you step on the field, you got to just play your best.
I'm seeing some pink attire on some of the players. Maybe they're getting involved in the national breast cancer awareness stuff that's going on in the NFL this month in October. I'm not sure.
Yep.
Quite a few guys with some kind of pink on out there for the Bearcats.
And
that's their leading rusher that I was.
And he's 213-pound senior,
yeah,
so he's not bad size.
Number 11, Dakota Anderson.
Their quarterback is a sophomore. And Dakota Anderson.
I thought I read a junior there. Sophomore, though, is it?
According to this, he's a sophomore.
Okay,
so Dakota Anderson. So
we'll have the coin toss here in just a minute.
And did not have the starting lineups announced for the Lions. I apologize, I missed that.
No, they didn't, I don't believe.
So, as I said earlier, Minneapolis in their traveling blue and white. Ellsworth in their home black, all black. As we get ready, as the PA system is announcing, ready to rumble here in Ellsworth, Kansas. Beautiful night. It is a cool night, Dale.
Perfect football night.
No wind. No wind down in here, and
no rain and no wind and no moisture. That's what more can you ask for, huh?
So, those squads, as you said, pretty evenly matched as far as numbers, and we will get ready to do battle here in just a second, as we find out that we have a game of the week here again.
Oh, really?
From Salina, broadcasting the game of the week here. So, give a shout out. Dr. Yoxel said that his sister, or sisters, I can't remember, but from Stockton,
a couple of them at least, yeah.
Are listening to us in Stockton, and we appreciate you logging on to listen to us here on SalinaPost.com
and worldwide net, SalinaPost.com.
Advantages of cell phones and the web and everything else.
Yeah.
So, ladies, enjoy the game if you're listening. So, Minneapolis and Ellsworth, that center, trying to get the coin toss down as they're talking to him right now. And Dale, we've had some success this year. We've had some struggles this year. This is one of those games that you come into and you just fight your heart out.
Yeah, I mean, if out of all the opponents we're going to have the rest of this year, this is going to be the most winnable for us as far as stacking up against the opponent.
Stacking up, yeah. The other three, there's always a chance.
Yes.
And by no means you write them off, but this one right here going into district next week, this is one you want to get with some momentum coming into district next week.
Luke captains are Luke Eckert and Colby Berry.
Ellsworth wins the toss and declines. Minneapolis will receive, and they will be heading towards the south. Or are we sitting
to the
in
south? Yes.
Heading towards the south.
52, Forte is the captain, and 23 is that. What was that? Did we determine?
Tyler Gerard and Colby Berry.
Thought it started with the G, but I couldn't remember. There's no wind advantage for either squad tonight from either direction, and I trust it'll stay that way all night long. I don't have my gloves on yet up here on top of the press box, though that will occur sometime here, if not before the half's over, come second half.
I've got one on and one off. I'm going to try to write, keep the other hand in the pocket. So, Minneapolis and Ellsworth getting ready to do battle here on SalinaPost.com or Eagle Communication Channel 20. We welcome you and thank you for listening, and we appreciate your support of Minneapolis high school sports. Ellsworth will kick off. Minneapolis will have two back deep. And that will be Luke Eckert as well as number 5, Colin Briggs, as the Lions and the Bearcats getting ready to go here tonight.
Back deep for Minneapolis, number 2, Luke Eckert, and number 5, Colin Briggs.
Eckert and Briggs standing about their own 15-yard line. Great view from up here, Dale.
Yeah.
And one advantage of being on top of the press box is that right there. Yep, backs for Minneapolis, number 11. And that is Jeremiah Friend, and number 22, Gage Mortimer. They have Greg Mortimer down. So, and here is the kick. And it'll be kicked short, and it'll be picked up through the hands of Briggs, but picked up by Eckert. Eckert runs into his own man, and then will be taken down at about the 15-yard line as it slips through the hands of Colin Briggs. And Luke Eckert does pick it up and bring it back to about to the 15-yard line. That's where the Lions will start their first possession.
That was a squib kick that was going nowhere high, but had an effective result for the Bearcats.
As they will come to the line of scrimmage.
That's a big middle linebacker they got out there, number 73.
Yeah. Your senior quarterback, Matt Comfort. They have two receivers out the right-hand side, two in the backfield with them, and they will just hand it off to Lott to start out, and he's hit by that big linebacker. I bet he'll have about a 4-yard gain on his first run.
Good run by Lott. Gets it to just inside the 20.
Number 38, Garrett Lott on the carry. First set by 73, Lucas Barta.
So 2nd and 6 coming up.
They said number 73 is their middle linebacker, and that is Lucas Barta, 183-pound sophomore, and pretty wide shoulders there.
Yes, he is.
Two receivers to the left, one receiver to the right. Two in the backfield once again for Comfort. This time he'll go back to Lott. Lott takes it up. He's got the first down and more. He trades through the secondary, and he'll get it up to about the 34-yard line. Nice run there by Garrett Lott. A gain of about 10 on the play.
First down. Out to the 34 of Minneapolis.
Back by number 34, Ty Niki, and 63, Zach Smith. First and 10, Lions.
Well,
Got a nice cutback by Garrett to the outside once he was up the center.
actually, that was about a 14-yard run right there.
Yeah, it was on. Yes, it was because we're on our 20.
Yeah, my bag. I apologize for that. Nice little run there by Garrett Lott.
Have the officials stop the clock. Lott with an equipment problem on his helmet. They've got that taken care of now.
Two receivers to the left once again, one to the right. Lott and Eckert in the backfield. This time they will go to Eckert. Eckert goes into the to the linebackers. About a 5-yard carry.
5 to 6. Yeah, right at 5.
Eckert, nice job by Minneapolis right there.
Gets to the 39 of Minneapolis. So 4 straight running plays. Four-yard gain, 14-yard gain, and now 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. 10:20 to remain here in the first quarter.
He'll send this time out to the left-hand side, Colin Briggs, and out to the right, Macy as well as Friend. Two in the backfield. Once again, Lott and Eckert. Comfort will hand it off to Garrett Lott. Garrett's going to bounce out the outside. He will not. Oh, he does keep them legs a churning. Gets close to the first down.
Gutty run.
Another 4. Nice job by Garrett Lott right there. Gain, I'm going to say, of about 4 on the play.
Yard short. Are they going to measure? No reason to measure. They'll be able to scope that. 3rd and 1 coming up from the Minneapolis 44.
Minneapolis being very effective right now between the tackles, Dale, as they have been able to pound it right inside. Nice job by the Lions. This time they will spread out. They'll put Eckert into a slot on the left-hand side, one in a off-eye formation. They will hand it off to Garrett Lott. He will have the first down.
About 3 yards.
Nice job, Garrett Lott, on another running play right there. Minneapolis has another first.
5 coming up for the Lions.
Well, I've missed a play somewhere. I've got the 11th play. Doesn't matter. Sorry about that. To the left. We will go right back to Garrett Lott. We got a flag.
Lott on the carry. There is a flag on the play. Lott brought down by 73 Lucas Barta and 23 Michael Trevino.
I can't. Looks like it's. That's on Minneapolis. I didn't see what the penalty was.
Chop block infraction. So Minneapolis will have their first penalty of the ball game. Chop block has
moves back to the 10-yard penalty. Moves back to the 20 of Ellsworth. Next 2nd and 14 coming up.
2nd and 14.
Lions come back to the line of scrimmage here. This time, one in the backfield, to the right, to the left. on a 2nd and about 13. They will hand it off to Lott. He will bounce through one, still on his feet, and he hits that middle linebacker at about the 15-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 5 on the play. We'll bring up a 3rd down and about 8.
Just inside the 15-yard line. Not quite to the 14.
Brings up a
3rd and 7.
3rd and 7, as you said, Dale. 5:28 left to go in the first. Ball on the Ellsworth 14-yard line. They'll send Friend and Macy out to the left. Briggs and Eckert out to the right. Lott in the backfield. In an eye. Comfort under center. Fakes the handoff. He's got pressure coming. He'll throw it low
and outside.
Outside as he tried to get it.
Briggs was open. He had a man close to him. But so we're going to see a field goal attempt here from Eric Yoxel.
Eric Yoxel comes in as.
So it'll be 14-21, 31-yard attempt. He made a 29-yarder, was it, last week?
31, yep. 31-yard attempt coming for Eric Yoxel.
He was 1 of 2 last week on field goal attempts.
Ball's down, kick is up, and it is no good.
Off to the left.
Must have been off to the left. Yep. It did not look good from up here, but it was just off to the left as we end our drive with the missed field goal. So Minneapolis has a nice drive, 70 yards in yardage right there, Dale, but we come up short.
Yes, that was 13 plays. Took
almost 7 minutes.
Yeah, almost 7 minutes off the clock. So
Ellsworth comes back in an I formation. They'll send 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Minneapolis spreads their defense, and they will take it up on the left-hand side. Nice job by the Minneapolis left side of the defensive line. Can't even tell you who got the tackle on that.
1 yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up from the 21.
I didn't see who ran that for Ellsworth. Garrett Lott with the tackle. And
it wasn't 40. I don't believe.
This time they do go to the fullback, number 40, and he's going to be dropped for lost. Ball's on the ground. Oh, he comes out of it somehow and gets some positive yardage as the offensive lineman picks it up and somehow comes out with positive yardage. So
gets up to the 24-yard line. So a 3-yard gain compared to a big loss there. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Let's get 2 receivers out to the left, 2 to the right for the Bearcats. Drops back to pass. Has some pressure coming, throws across the middle, and it's incomplete.
Great.
Nice defense right by Colin Briggs.
Yes.
Number 18 wants a penalty, but
hit that receiver just as the ball got there, which is perfectly legal the way it should be played, and knocked the ball out. Otherwise, it very well could have been a completion.
Yeah. Nice defense by Briggs right there.
4th and 6th coming up.
Back to punt will be their fullback, number 40, Trevor Miley. Back deep for the Lions is number 5, Colin Briggs. Had a block last week. Poor punt. Takes an Ellsworth bounce, but
gets to Minneapolis territory at the 47-yard line.
So Minneapolis come out with their 2nd possession of the night, and they start in pretty decent field position at the Minneapolis 47-yard line. Still scoreless here. 3:44 in the first.
Yeah, they're saying 48, so we'll go with that. About halfway in between. I don't know how officially that's ruled.
That's okay. Friend and Macy out to the left. Briggs and Eckert out to the right. Lott in the backfield with Comfort. They will hand it off to Lott. Lott goes off the left tackle, still on his feet, still going. Still bundling. Nice job by Garrett Lott.
He's running
Keeps
well.
those legs a churning Gets all the way up to the 45-yard line of the Ellsworth Bearcats. That's a gain of 8. Nice job by Garrett Lott.
Keeping up the effective running that we saw last week against Sacred Heart.
Garrett had a great game last week, rushing the ball.
2nd and 4 coming up.
It's been a nice combination with Garrett, with Lott and Eckert in the backfield since the Southeast Saline game, actually.
Yes,
2 to the right, 1 to the left, 2 in the backfield. This time they will go to Eckert. Eckert goes straight up, and he will be awfully close to the first down before he's pushed backwards. I think he has it. It'll be a gain of about 4 on the play. I believe he has the first down.
Eckert does not have the strength, I believe, of Garrett Lott in his running, but with his size, he's able to hide behind the lineman very well, and he can move his legs and get some positive yards.
Yes, he does.
And that is a first down at the 41 of Ellsworth.
5th first down of the first quarter for the Lions. To the right, to the left. There you go, right back to Lott. And Garrett
kind of got tangled up behind the lineman there, but the lineman was moving.
38, Garrett Lott on the run again.
Gain of about 5.
Defensive man out of the way.
Actually, excuse me on that. Gain of about 3 on the play.
2nd and 7 coming up. It's at the 37.
Ran in the back of Sean Forte out on the left-hand side
of Ellsworth. 2:15 remaining here in the first quarter. It's knotted at 0.
As Comfort goes right back to Garrett Lott again, and Garrett goes once again off to the left tackle, and he will have a gain of about 6 on the play.
We're about a yard short of the first down. We're marking it at the 32.
So a gain of 5 will bring up a 3rd down and 8.
3rd and 2, actually.
No, I'm sorry, 3rd and 2. I meant 8 yards. 8 yards. Dale, it's cold.
That's right, it is.
2 receivers to the right for Comfort. They will go right back to Garrett Lott. Garrett gets the first down to about the 25-yard line for the Minneapolis Lions.
They have been getting a continuous dose of Garrett Lott after following his lineman's blocking, and they're going to get tired of that real quick. Down to the 25 of Ellsworth. First down. 2nd first down of the drive. 7th play of the drive coming up.
Garrett's a load coming out of the backfield as well.
Yes, he is. 2 receivers to the right.
As Garrett Lott on the right-hand side, he has the ball again, has up to about the 15-yard line. A nice gain on first down, almost a 9-yard carry there. Be awfully close, but I think he'll be about a yard short.
He's to the 16 of Ellsworth.
Nice job by Garrett Lott on first down.
2nd and 9 coming up. This could be a gimme play here. Go for a pass. Go for the strike to the end zone. 2 receivers right, Friend and Macy.
Lott on the right, Eckert on the left. They will go to Eckert. Eckert will have the first down with a gain of about 2 on the play. I'm say 3 on the play. Nice job by Eckert.
So our second time into the red zone
for another Minneapolis first down.
First down at the 13.
25 seconds left in the first quarter, Dale, and we've had their defense has been on the field for quite a bit.
2
here in the
long
first.
Minneapolis drives. And if we might hurry, we might get a play off in this quarter yet.
15 seconds left. I'd like to see us at least get one off here. To the left. He does snap it. Gets it right to Lott. And Garrett will still rumble forward to about the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. And that will end the first quarter. So Minneapolis controls the first quarter even though we don't have a score. Minneapolis does a nice job of ball control And that's wearing down the Ellsworth defense. Nice job by the Minneapolis Lions. We just got to get some points on the board, Dale.
And hopefully we'll get her done this time. We're down to, what, the 8-yard line, is it?
Yes.
Ellsworth 8, 5-yard gain there. This will be 2 drives for Minneapolis in the first quarter, 1 3 and out for Ellsworth. So we have really dominated the clock issue here.
Yeah, we have. Nice job by the Minneapolis Lions here in the first quarter. We will go ahead and take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20 Minneapolis.
Robertson Monuments has been developing memorials in central Kansas now for over 100 years. Robertson Monuments' strength as a company is a direct result of the commitment that they have to you, their customer. Robertson Monument, Minneapolis, wants to work beside you to create a lasting tribute to the loved one you have lost. Go to robertsonmonuments.com for more information.
City Pharmacy has brought you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas. Dale Leach, Scott Osherman here on SalinaPost.com, Eagle Communication Channel 20, Minneapolis. Scoreless here in the first, starting the second quarter. Minneapolis has had ball control for, I'm going to say, 10 minutes of that first quarter.
Oh, yeah, easily.
As
ninth play of this drive coming up.
They missed a field goal. Other than that, they have controlled the ball, and Ellsworth went 3 and out. Still trying to get the change all squared away on the left-hand side.
We can get a first down without scoring.
Right side, sorry.
I don't know what the
Not sure
communication
why.
problem with the chain gang is here, but we'd have to get to the maybe 3-yard line, 2-yard line for first down. The chain gang is not set up right to the sideline, which kind of surprises me. They're backed off a good yard or more.
Yeah, they're still waiting for the officials to get them set up, but Minneapolis Comfort goes aside to talk to, I believe, Coach Darrow. And now all the officials are going to converge on with each other.
I don't know if they can figure out where the ball was when the first quarter ended or what, but okay, now they're.
Yeah, it
Well,
should
there
have
must
been
have been a penalty.
Should have been.
I had it down at the 8-yard
Yeah,
line.
it should be the 8. It
oh,
should,
no, he's moving it back.
Yeah,
okay.
a 7-yard line.
Okay.
They were just, I think, trying to figure out. Now they got to get the line,
It is on the 7.
Chain gang set. 2 in the backfield for Comfort. In the red zone for the Lions. They will pitch the outside to Eckert. He will cut it in. Nice hard run by Luke Eckert. Great tackle by the Ellsworth Bearcats, number 6 on the tackle, Glazier. But Eckert gets a nice little run down inside the 5. Gain of 2 on the play.
Short game makes it 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 coming up for the Lions from the 5-yard line. 2 more yards will get them a first down.
As Ellsworth boxes it in pretty tight here, this is when it'd be nice to get a little pass out in the flat or something here. 2 receivers out to the left in Macy and Friend. They will go to Lot, and he will not have it, Dale. Maybe a gain of 1
yard, yeah.
So.
And on.
38, Garrett Lott
Nope.
on the run. Brought down by 23, Michael Trevino, and 11, Cody
The field goal, I was going to say on comes field goal unit, but it's not.
It's not.
Make it 4th and 2.
4th and 2 coming here for the Lions on the 4-yard line. They can still get a first down. They put in a heavy package, their heavy package, with Mortimer, the tailback. They give it to Mortimer. Mortimer's not going to get it, Dale. I don't think. It's awfully close. I don't think he got it, though. Wait and see where they put the ball down. I'm sure, going to have to measure it.
That's right at about the 3.
I think they're going to be about a half a yard short based on what I'm seeing from right here.
Well, I'll wait and see how this measurement goes before I say what I was going to say. And I believe it is short.
Hard to see from here, but I think it's going to be, yeah.
By about a half a yard.
So twice Ellsworth has held us as we drive a nice drive and take a lot of time off the clock, but both times we come up short.
I guess
about a half a yard right there.
I guess you got to hand it to their defense.
They've
what I was
stepped
going
it up.
to say.
They've stepped it up when they needed to. It had to be close, Dale. Minneapolis will try to shut them down on the defensive side. They forced them to go 3 and out last time, and Ellsworth waiting for another player to come in. And they will be pinned back deep on their own 3-yard line. They'll send 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, 1 in the backfield for their sophomore quarterback. Minneapolis shows a little pressure. They send one in motion. They go out the middle. Oh, nice hit right there by the Minneapolis line.
Lost a yard.
Number 71 or 77. 77 for the Lions.
Connor
and
Nace.
that is Connor Nace. Hits him in the backfield for a loss of 1.
Back to the 2-yard line. So 2nd and 11 coming up. And that's their leading rusher, and he has not been able to do anything against the defense of the Lions tonight in their first 3 and out, and now here on the first play of this second drive.
Trips to the left-hand side this time, 1 to the right, 1 in the backfield once again. They drop back. They once again give it to. Oh, this could be a safety, Dale. They flip it out the outside, and he gets to the corner. Oh, nice job by their quarterback to get it out of there. And was that a play, Dale?
I doubt it, but it worked very well. 2-yard gain up to the 4 of Ellsworth. He very much had a good presence of mind to turn around and flip that ball back to his quarterback, who was able to get out of a tackle and get 2 yards. 3rd and 9 coming up.
3rd and 9, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 in the backfield. They will drop back to pass. They quickly throw the outside and incomplete. Macy on the coverage.
Macy hit him, just the ball was getting there. I heard some cat calls from the fans below us, but that is excellent defense.
It was a little high too, Dale.
Yes,
but
it
was
was
nice defense by Macy out there. That's a dangerous pass going into the flat out there, as they will send Briggs back.
4th and 9 coming up from the Bearcat 4.
Eckert lining up here on the left-hand side. He had success last week, and he's going after him again, and they get it off.
It's a high punt.
And it will go out of bounds. Nope. Takes an Ellsworth roll, but not very good. Up to the 27-yard line. That's where Minneapolis will take over. Great field position, Dale, but we've got to score right here, buddy.
Yes, we do. We've had 2 drives that have started from the Minneapolis side. Now we're going to try it here at the 10:14 to go in the half. From the Ellsworth 27.
10-14 left here in the first half. Scoreless ball game here. As Lions will come at the line of scrimmage with this time Briggs and Friend out to the left. Eckert and Lott in the backfield. They will hand off to Lott, and Lott will once again gain about 3 on the play. Nice hard run.
He was hit pretty immediately as he hit the line, as he got to the line, the scrimmage. 2-yard gain for Lott up to the 24. So about a 3-yard gain.
One receiver, excuse me, sorry about that.
You say you're seeing pretty good there, just on the huddle.
Yeah, two receivers out to the right. I'm jumping ahead of myself. I'm calling what I want to call, and they will drop back.
Oh no!
And there's
we
a fumble.
Fumbled it up in the air, and they had a linebacker intercept the ball and gain 2 or 3 yards. Oh, Man. Fumble.
So Minneapolis has their first turnover here in the first half, and it's a fumble. And Ellsworth will take over in probably their best field position at their own 32-yard line. You're right, 32-yard line. To the left, to the right for the Bearcats. They will send one in motion coming across the backfield. They drop back to pass. They'll throw it up, have a receiver wide open, and it's completed to number 23. Great pass right there as they go.
They get it to the Minneapolis 31.
About a 32-yard pass right there by the Ellsworth Bearcats.
So their first down of the game on this third drive.
I believe their receiver was
Trevino, I think I heard him say.
Trevino, I think you're right.
One player in motion. Oh, block in the back. No foul called. We were able to
sniff it out. Nice
still get a couple more guys on that. Might be actually a loss on the play. It is. 3 yards. Second and 13 coming up.
-3 on the play.
Ball moves back to the 34 of Minneapolis.
Second down and 13. To the right, to the left for the Bearcats. Minneapolis defense, they'll try to drop back and pass again. They throw it up high. They have Minneapolis on the defense. Nice job by Macy down there.
Well over the head of the receiver and defensive back. Coverage by Macy. Oops. Clock stops with 8:32 to go here in the half.
Getting confused on my scribbles up here.
The Bearcats have been very ineffective at trying to run, so they say, well, okay, let's pass it again.
And that a lot of times,
one good gain, and now they're still going at it.
A lot of times that opens up the running game
Yes,
when you get a little bit of passing game going. Oh, they've got motion.
Illegal motion. They're backing up, so.
And it is 5-yard penalty for the Bearcats.
False start. Going to move it back to the 39 of Minneapolis.
Their first penalty of the ball game. 2 receivers back to the right, 2 back to the left. Minneapolis defense. They'll send one back in motion again. Bounce back to pass once again.
Screen.
Oh, nice little
Big
screen
number
right
40.
there.
He's got some room to
throws it
run.
up. Still on his feet and still going. And gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. Another nice play. A gain of 35 on that pass play.
He's got some size to him. You get him loose in the backfield, and he can drag some people. First and goal for the Bearcats from the Minneapolis 6.
From their 6. Dale, we need to give them a taste of their own medicine here and shut them down here and keep them from scoring. Scoreless ball game here, 7:34 in the first half. They drop back, quickly pass in, wide
touchdown.
open, across the middle to number 10 for the touchdown for the Bearcats. So Dale, we missed 2 opportunities, and they come down and drive it, and they get the first score of the ball game as a pass completion right across the middle for the Bearcats.
They go swing gate to the left.
They look to the side now.
Here they come back in the normal setup.
And
go for
to
a
kick
field
it.
goal, or a PAT kick.
So they will kick it here. Ball's down, and kick is up, and it is good, I believe. Yep, it is.
Yep.
So how many 6-yard touchdown at the 7:26 mark here in the second quarter. Ellsworth takes the lead.
72, the freshman.
No, he's not. I think that was number
No,
77.
He's not in there.
He's not in there. I think that was Connor Nace. So to the right, to the left again. Drops back, fakes the pass. He is passing. Throws it up high, has a receiver, comes back, and incomplete.
Tipped away in front of the receiver. I didn't see if it was Eckert or Briggs that did it.
Yeah. They both had a good angle. One had a good angle for an interception. The other had a great angle for the defensive side, and they force the punt. Need to have a return here. Good pressure coming, and that is a good punt, and this one will be returned by Briggs. Briggs will cut it up, and he'll be taken down at about the 47-yard line of the Ellsworth Bearcats, and that's where Minneapolis will start their 5th possession here of the
2 minutes to go
of the first half.
We are in Bearcat territory at the 48. So we got very good position again.
Love to see us air it out on the very first play. Of course, that's what I'd love to see.
Well, we're not going to have time for a drive of 5 to 7 yards, a run to get it down there.
To the right, 2 in the backfield. Drops back to pass. Quickly gets it out to Friend, and Friend will have the first down and more. Nice job, Jeremiah Friend. He gets all the way down to the 30. That's a gain of 17 on the pass play.
First down, clock stops to move the chains. And they are going to put it right on the 30, so 18-yard gain.
Nice pass, nice catch by Jeremiah. He gets a little catch out on the right-hand side, right in front of the Minneapolis bench.
So the Lions are 3 of 4 on passing so far, is it, tonight?
Yes, they are. To the left, and that's Macy and Friend. 2 in the backfield. For Comfort. Drops back. Oh, drops the ball, comes up with it somehow, and tried to hide it in his hip pocket, Dale, and it fell out of his hip pocket. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Minneapolis is going to call a timeout. So for the Bearcats, he'll drop back to pass. Has some pressure, comes up the middle, he'll run for it. Flushed out of the pocket, and he'll be taken out of bounds. Another first down.
He is their second leading rusher, second as far as number of yards, and we can see why. He's been able to get some good gains coming out of the backfield on bootlegs and pulling it down after it looks like he's setting up for a pass.
Yeah, he had no intention of passing on that one. He was definitely
3 seconds remaining in the half.
Nice little gain right there on the pass play. That was about a 15-yard gain. Cross back and incomplete this time.
A little low. He had the heat coming on him.
He's had pressure coming on him quite a few times.
Clock stops with 38 seconds remaining. Now they've got it. I could have sworn they had that thing sitting at the 19, but they've got it at the 20 now. So.
They have an assortment of candy and pop, plus they have great nachos, popcorn, and various other items.
They will have two receivers to the right, 2 to the left, 1 in the backfield. Quarterback has been effective passing the ball tonight. They will pitch the outside. Glazer's going to pass, throws it up in the air, and that's going to be picked off. And he comes up with it. I'll be darned.
Ty goes into the offense no matter what. But he clearly came away from it.
That was a great catch by their receiver. Clear down deep in the Minneapolis territory. About a 17.
They're going with quick snap here. Minneapolis
has to call timeout.
Just had too many men on the field trying to get a substitution in. So the ball is where, at the 3-yard line?
4-yard line. So a nice little pass play right there.
And they've been very successful in gaining yards on the pass again. Like they
that was
were able
a
to move the ball
pass.
down the field. Yep.
Wasn't the prettiest pass, but it was effective. And Mortimer had a chance for it, and I thought he would have the interception. Guy took it right out of his hands. So
So the clock stops with 22 seconds remaining in the half. The ball is at the Minneapolis 3. First and goal for the Bearcats.
22 seconds left in the first half. In a tie ball game here. Minneapolis going to try to dig deep to shut them down here, force them not to score here with a little bit of time left here in the first half. Minneapolis will come out on defense. First back to the field.
Come the Lions back from their timeout with coaches. And come the Bearcats from their sideline timeout.
They'll have two receivers to the right, to the left once again. Spread it out a little bit. Their offensive line even spreads out just a little bit as well.
Wide splits.
And nothing going for the full.
Thought I handed off the fullback, but the quarterback kept it.
So
lost a yard, got to the 4.
That's about where they were down. So, oh, yeah, you're right. They're on 3. So Ellsworth takes the timeout with 16 seconds. As there.
So second and goal from the 4-yard line. 16 seconds remaining in the half. We'll take a break. Hear another word from our sponsors. Dale H. Scott Oshman, Eagle Communications, Channel 20, SalinaPost.com.
To college, we offer a career with benefits no other employer can match. We can even provide your child with a part-time job while in college and help you pay for college. Contact the U.S. Army and U.S. Army Reserve's Career Center at the Central Mall in Salina at 785-827-3666.
All Seasons Power Equipment is your center for all types of lawn care products. Quality brand name mowers to pick from. Grasshopper, Hustler, Lawn Boy, Toro, plus Husqvarna and Steel products. Complete service and free home demos. All Seasons Power Equipment, Minneapolis and Salina.
Welcome back. Heard a score, Beloit 40-7, but I didn't hear they're playing.
Southeast of Salina.
Southeast. So.
Coming into tonight, Beloit had outscored their opponents 124-0 in the first quarter. Now it's 164.
Wow.
Well, no, the Southeast had scored, so.
To the right, to the left, Ellsworth in a quarterback bootlegs the outside. They throw it up.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
To the fullback, number 40.
Nice catch by the fullback. That was a great play, and they do get the touchdown right there on the receiver.
4-yard play. 9 seconds remaining.
So Ellsworth at the 9-second mark in the second quarter.
Swingate again. Here they come back into the regular set.
And kick is up, and is it good?
Good, yep.
And it is good.
Going to make the score 14-7 in favor of the Bearcats with 9 seconds remaining in the half. Two touchdown passes for the Bearcats, give them the lead. Lions get the ball over with touchdown passes themselves. Take another break here. A word from our sponsors. Be right back.
Bennett Buick GMC has been family owned and operated since 1957. With more than 5 decades in the central Kansas area, Bennett Buick GMC has long established its reputation as a leader in the professional sales and service of new and pre-owned vehicles. For more information on a new or pre-owned vehicle, go to BennettBuickGMC.com.
In as little as 9 months, you could be on your way to a better job future with Salina Area Technical College. Learn skills in computer-aided drafting, construction technology, or electronic engineering. Schedule a campus visit today by logging on to salinatech.edu.
Welcome back.
Delphus Co-op will always be there to give you the most up.
I'm going to stop. Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas. Ellsworth to kick it off here with 9 seconds left. And they will kick it short and on the ground again. And it's going to be once again picked up, this time by Briggs. And Briggs goes down the right side, will be taken out of bounds at about the 40 with 3 seconds left. And we'we'll see if Minneapolis just takes a knee or what they do here.
Probably the smart thing to do.
14-7, Ellsworth with the lead. And Ellsworth going into half has got to feel pretty darn lucky. And very
I'm
fortunate.
sure they feel pretty good about themselves.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Our
They
defense-
stopped our drives. They caused us to fumble, and they were able to move the ball down twice and score. So,
and that's what Minneapolis will do is they'll take a knee. And that will end the first half. Minneapolis trails 14-7. We will take a break. We will get some stats and hear a word from our sponsors. And we'll be back with second half action and reports. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20, Minneapolis. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas, to Shinlack Field, Ellsworth High School, where the Lions are getting ready to start the second half. Probably about 7 minutes left here for kickoff. The Lions will be kicking off since the Bearcats deferred in the first half. The Lions trail 14-7. And Scott, I don't have any yardage things here, but some interesting things from the clock and the number of plays that both teams have run. They each have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've each had 5 possessions. Minneapolis held the ball for over 17 minutes in that half. Ellsworth had it for 7 minutes and 23 seconds. But they lead us 14-7. Their 2 scoring drives each took approximately 1 minute and 30 seconds to get from their 32-yard line, a 5-play drive, and the second time they went from their 35 and went 8 plays to end their scoring drive there in the second quarter. Our first drive, we went from our 16 to their 14. A 13-play drive took up 6 minutes 54 seconds, and they stopped us. We missed a field goal attempt. Second drive, 5 minutes 24 seconds. Started at our 48, went to their 7, and they held us. Actually, we went to their 4, an 11-play drive. It started out with 3:44 remaining in the first quarter, ended up in the second quarter. Third drive, after they had scored. No, they punted. A horrible punt. Went from their 4-yard line. We got the ball on their 27. We lost 3 yards and then fumbled. And then that set them up to drive from their 32-yard line down to the Minneapolis 6, where they got the ball across on a touchdown pass with 7:26 remaining and take the 7-0 lead. Minneapolis took another 3 minutes and 55 seconds off the clock in the second quarter and punted. Got down to their 44, went from our 32 to their 44. And we finally scored after taking over with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter from our 48. Got down to the 31, and a spectacular scoring play from Comfort to Jeremiah Friend there with 1:33 remaining. Then they took the 8-play drive with 1 minute 30 seconds and scored. They're spreading the ball out. He's been getting some good passes off to the few receivers where he needs, and he's been able to do that after establishing the fact that, if you don't get a hold of me and you got my receivers covered, I'm going to beat you on the ground and get some good running plays out of him, and he's been able to do that.
Well, to give you the stats for you, Minneapolis 128 yards rushing, Dale. Nice job of moving the ball. They ate up a ton of clock. Time of possession, as you said, is probably sitting at about 12.
They had the ball well over 10 minutes more than they did.
And as you said, but sitting at probably 20 minutes, and wow. But 71 yards passing, 31 coming in on the touchdown pass. But Ellsworth, they've got only 24 yards rushing, but they've got 102 in the air. And, pass completions, they're, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, They are 6 for 12 passing. Comfort is 4 for 5 passing, but interesting first half of football. And we were talking to play-by-play guy that used to be with Eagle.
He still is.
He still is, okay. And he said, I thought he had left. Anyway, he said that score should be 28 to 14 with our 2 missed opportunities. So
yeah, well, as I told him, the Ellsworth defense
they did
not break. You have to give them all the credit. They came up with the stops where they needed to. Unfortunately, we had to take a field goal attempt on the first drive, and it was a miss. And I'm not going to get on the freshman kicker at all. Both of them he's missed this year. He's 1 out of 3 have been to the left, I think, and have been under 30 yards. But I'm not ragging on him at all. It's just unfortunate that we were not able to move the ball into the end zone after a big drives, running the ball, eating up yardage, and not being able to punch it through. But, this game is far from over. The Lions can come out and figure out a way to stop the passing attack of the Bearcats as well as they did the running game in the first half and figure out how to get the ball over the goal line consistently. When we get our opportunities, this game can turn around in a big way.
That and turn around, strengthen up the defensive side of the pass game. They've had some spectacular catches. Their receivers have caught the ball when they needed to, and that's been also a difference right there.
Well, the way the game started out, not only were we shutting them down on the run, but their first 2 or 3 pass attempts, we covered well and hit the receivers as the ball was getting to them. We had great coverage and jarred the ball loose. They've been able to start getting the ball to receivers that were a lot more wide open.
Yeah. And
with that, they get their big completions, a lot of yardage used up, and move the ball down the field. And that guy might not be with Eagle anymore, Scott, that you talked about. I know at one time they weren't going to have a broadcast in Ellsworth, and then all of a sudden it happened. So
yeah, I could be wrong.
If he's not with Eagle, I don't know who he's with.
I have no idea. I say that, and I probably spoke out of term.
I just don't know the status, other than the fact that they weren't going to have a broadcast this year, and then late, all of a sudden it happened.
Yeah. Minute 30 left to go here before the start of the second half, and Dale, I'm sure the coaches had a lot to say to the kids on some things. Yeah, great, hard-nosed, tough effort on the offensive side. The offensive line did everything they were supposed to, and they ran the ball hard. They pushed the ball hard. They couldn't finish.
It looks like the MO that the coaches had coming into this game is we can run the ball on these guys, and we should be able to be successful and score off of that. We were able to run the ball on the guys. We got a lot of yardage, but we couldn't. Again, the Ellsworth defense held. We had a very unfortunate fumble. When we were on their 27. Boy,
that was going into our third possession.
Things looked like gravy were getting set right up for us. We move in and maybe get that score we hadn't gotten so far, and that turned sour.
Instead, they drive it down and they score. Mm-hmm. Ellsworth will have the ball to start the second half, Dale, as Ellsworth won the toss. They deferred to the second half. Minneapolis had it start, so Minneapolis and Ellsworth just a few ticks away from getting started here in the second half. And I must say it has cooled off a little bit up here.
Yes, I'll have to get the old phone out and see what the current temperature is here. Thank goodness, still no wind.
Yeah, turn around and look, Dale. Wind has picked up.
Well, okay. It was supposed to be out of the north-northwest at 6 miles an hour for the evening, and I don't think it's any worse than 6 miles an hour. So, but my phone doesn't want to work with my gloves on.
62-7 at halftime, Beloit and Southeast of Saline. Minneapolis did have 8 first downs in the first half. 2 penalties. Ellsworth had 1 penalty and 4 first downs.
Current temperature is 48 degrees.
So Ellsworth will have it to start here in the second half. Alex Yoxel will get ready to kick for Minneapolis. As back will be Glazier. They will send a few guys back here in a second. As Minneapolis getting ready to go. And they're in and they back it off. And here goes Yoxel. Nice kick, and it will be taken by Glazier at about the 10-yard line. And he will be taken up. Oh, hit hard. Nice job by Connor Nace. Number 77 hits him at about the 22, and he goes nowhere. Nice job, Connor Nace, with the tackle.
Actually, they're marking the ball right at the 25 of Ellsworth.
So he had forward process to the 25, and Nace took him back to the 22. Yes. So that just shows how hard he hit him. Nice job, Connor.
11:54 mark of the third quarter.
23-yard line, and that was a gain of 14 on the play. Nice job by Jeremiah Friend. He's had 3 nice catches tonight.
Tell you what, we were so fortunate there that Ellsworth defender was watching the receiver and not the ball, because he could have broke on that and gotten an interception.
Yeah, he could have, Dale.
14-yard gain to the Ellsworth 24.
Another Minneapolis first down. To the left, 2 in the backfield. This time they will hand it off to Eckert. Eckert goes up the middle again. Oh, ball's on the ground, and he's not going to get it. And Ellsworth's going to come up with it.
They think so anyway. We shall see what the signal is. No official signal.
Minneapolis holds on to it, I'll be darned. Some way, somehow.
Been developing memorials in central Kansas now for over 100 years. Robertson Monument's strength as a company is a direct result of the commitment that they have to you, their customer. Robertson Monument, Minneapolis, wants to work beside you to create a lasting tribute to the loved one you have lost. Go to robertsonmonuments.com for more information.
City Pharmacy has brought you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas, Shanelac Field here as Minneapolis ties the score at 14 on an 11-yard touchdown run by senior Luke Eckert, with the PAT by freshman Eric Yoxel to tie it up at 14. Minneapolis will kick as they go. How many yards on that play, Dale?
60? We went
65.
We went 59 yards.
59 yards. As Minneapolis will kick right there. Nice opening drive as Minneapolis stopped Ellsworth on their opening. Yoxel kicks. It's a high one, and it'll be fielded about the 20-yard line by number 18. He'll take it up, and he'll be hit at about the 30. Nice little return by the Bearcats, and that will give them their second possession of the half. Fleming on the tackle for the Lions. So Minneapolis will try to force a 3-and-out again. You know, that was one of the things that they did very well in that first half. The first 2 drives of Ellsworth was 3-and-out, 3-and-out.
Wide splits. This looks like more like when I was in high school. Wide splits, the offense we ran.
To the left, to the right. They will actually fake the reverse, and I wondered about that. And they would come out of there. Oh, nice inside. He breaks the tackle, still on his feet, and ball goes loose.
I think he got it back.
And they do get the fall on it for the first down, but they had wide open running room.
I think that was a double reverse, Scott.
I think you're right. Glazier does come up with it with the run right there.
They get to their 43. 13-yard foreground.
Six-yard line, gain of about. Ellsworth will bring the play in. 2nd down and 7. As well, that's a good sign. Luke Eckert's up and running on the sidelines.
They're at the 46 of Ellsworth.
I formation. Two receivers to the left. They will hand it off to the halfback out of the backfield. He will lean forward for the first down. That goes down a yard short, so a gain of about 5 on the play.
Into Minneapolis territory at the 49.
Third down and short coming for Ellsworth right here. And, you know, Ellsworth has done better here in the second half right on this drive running the ball, but Minneapolis needs to shut them down right here as they'll send one in motion. They will go to the full quarterback, and he had forward progress.
He did. He got a forward progress, got hit and bounced back. So he's going to get the first down. He is to the 42 of Minneapolis. Or 47 of Minneapolis, excuse me.
So Ellsworth gets another first down.
This will be the 6th play of the drive coming up.
Bearcats line up 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to an eye. This time they pitch to the outside to Glazier. And Glazier still on his feet. Nice job by Minneapolis. I believe that is number 5, Colin Briggs. Stays at home right there and shuts Glazier down for only a gain of 3 on the play.
This is Minneapolis 44.
To the right, or to the left, 1 to the right. I formation for the Bearcats. They'll drop back, gives it to the halfback out, and he'll have a gain of about 1 on the play. As number 23, Trevino, on the play with the gain of 2.
Gets to the 42.
3rd and 5 coming up here in Minneapolis territory at the Minneapolis 42-yard line. Gerard comes in for the Lions. So I didn't see for sure who went out. Number 68, I believe. Josvai will fake the handoff, rolls the outside. Little pass and incomplete.
Way short.
Had some pressure coming from, I believe, Colby Berry. Had some pressure on him. Incomplete pass. Bring up 4th down. That's that little bubble route that they've ran successfully a couple times. This time they will try to pin us back, it looks like, here on 4th and 5.
And they had to try to draw us. Well, a 5-yard penalty wouldn't quite make a first down by drawing us off. So,
well, let's not even try to measure it. So, snap. And fair catch called, but it rolls and it'll go out of bounds at about the 9-yard line. So a good punt there. Minneapolis will take over at their own 9-yard line here to start their second drive of the third quarter. 3:34 left to go in the third quarter. Tied up at 14 here in Ellsworth, Kansas.
Well, 2 punts by the Bearcats to open the half. Second drive, they had 8 plays. Ate a little bit of the clock. It's tied at 14, 3:34 remaining in the third quarter. Minneapolis starts at its 9.
To the left, 2 in the backfield. I can't tell if Eckert's back in there or not. I believe so, but Lions will hand it off to Fleming regardless. Lott. Lott will take it up to about the 15-yard line, gain of about 6 on the play.
Eckert is in there.
Down by 53, Noah Trapp.
This ball gets to just inside the 15-yard line.
Second down and 4, long 4 coming up here for the Lions. 3:09 in the third, 14 all. Here's Shanelack Field in Ellsworth, Kansas. To the left for the Lions. 2 in the backfield, Lott and Eckert. Comfort in the pistol. This time they will hand it off to Eckert. Eckert Go forward for the first down. He will have it up to about the 22-yard line.
Big scrum breaks out down there.
For 2, Luke Eckert on the carry, met by a pack of cats.
He gets to the 22-yard line.
Lions.
Another first down for Minneapolis, their 4th of the 3rd quarter. Lions, same formation as last, 1st and 10 here on the their own 23-yard line. They go back to Eckert once again, and he will get up to about the 30-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 7 on the play. Nice little run by Luke Eckert.
2, Luke Eckert met by a host of
Got to the 29.
After a gain of 8, make it 2nd and 2.
Coming up for the Lions here on a 2nd and 2 or 3 at the 2:05 mark. This time they'll move the formation to the right-hand side as Friend and Briggs out to the right. Hand it off to Lott. Lott will cut it back in. Be awfully close. If they're going by the one official, I think he'll have it. We'll see for sure. And it is another Minneapolis first down. Nice job by Garrett Lott.
33 of Minneapolis.
And 12, Marshall Barco.
Minneapolis will have their 5th first down of the 3rd quarter, Dale.
Very impressive.
2 receivers to the left. Comfort in the pistol. Drops back to pass. Airs it out. Has Friend wide open. And he does have the catch. Nice job, Jeremiah Friend, as he has it at the Ellsworth 35-yard line. That is a nice 27-yard pass play right there for Minneapolis first down.
He almost had to do a one-hander on that, I think. Haul that in. Well covered by the Ellsworth defender. Ball was placed at the right spot for Friend to get it.
That was a great catch by Friend as he reels it in at the 35-yard line for a 27-yard pass completion. Friend and Macy out to the left. Lott and Eckert in the backfield with Comfort. This time they'll go to Eckert. Eckert, well, get to about the 30-yard line. Gain of about another 4 or 5 yard carry by Eckert.
Brought down by 62, Tim Zammerslot.
Give him 5 on
To
the
the
play.
30. Yep.
Nice job by the Minneapolis offensive line, getting a good push right there. Line is working hard tonight offensively. They've given him good time in the pocket for Comfort, and they've given the running backs some nice holes to run through. And Eckert and Lott have ran hard. That offensive line is working hard tonight, as they have all year. 2 to the right for the Lions. Drops back, pitches the outside to Eckert. Eckert will cut it back in, still on his feet, and he will get to about the 27-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the pitch to the right-hand side.
Followed his blockers well.
2, Luke Eckert on the run.
Not, a big hole did not open up, but he was able to retain possession and get a 3.5 yard gain to the Ellsworth 27.
10 seconds left. I don't think they're going to get a playoff here, as they will just let it go to the quarter. So at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's tied up at 14. Minneapolis driving in Ellsworth territory at the 27-yard line.
That ends your 3rd quarter.
So
Well, the Minneapolis have been ball hogs again here as far as time consumption in this 3rd quarter, just like they were the 1st quarter, except this time, fortunately, we got a touchdown out of it to tie it. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors, Dale Leach, Scott Oshman at Eagle Communications, Channel 20, and SalinaPost.com.
CNR Plating and his crew would like to take this time to thank their many friends and customers for making their business what it is today. CNR Plating is a Minneapolis Lions sport backer and wants to wish the Lions a great season.
The mission at Kansas Wesleyan University is to promote and integrate academic excellence, spiritual development, personal well-being, and social responsibility. With a multitude of major programs, we'll help you reach your potential and achieve your goals.
At Lambert Insurance, Sue Clanton can make shopping for insurance easy. With insurance plans changing all the time and costs increasing constantly, getting coverage you need at affordable rates can be a challenge. Let Sue Clanton at Lambert Insurance in Minneapolis help.
Welcome back
Back.
to Shannon Field in Ellsworth.
Dale Leach, Scott Osherman here. Get my mic back up here. Sorry about that.
Fourth quarter action. The Lions looking to take a lead here, hopefully.
On the Ellsworth 26-yard line, tied up at 14. Minneapolis has had two nice drives, and they want to keep it going here as they try to get into the Ellsworth red zone for the second time in the second half. Two receivers to the left here on third and short. Lott and Eckert in the backfield. They will go to Lott, and Garrett's not going to get it as he gets flushed out of the pocket, out to the right-hand side, and he will get to the 26-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th and 1 for the Lions. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Yes, it was a 1-yard gain. But we still have a yard to go to get a first down.
So 4th and 1 here. As this is, they stopped us on a 4th and 1 deep in the Ellsworth territory in the first quarter. And this time we're going to try to answer right here as Lott and Eckert back in the backfield. Two receivers to the left. And they will go, and we got a penalty flag.
Penalty. The advance of the ball is good enough for a first down by Eckert.
But there is a flag on the play.
We'll see what the penalty is.
Ellsworth's thinking that it's on Minneapolis.
I see no indication from the officials.
Another,
chop block on the defense.
And that'll be enough for a Minneapolis first down.
Well, we had the first down
anyway.
But
So
that'll move it beyond. They're going to move it from the 26 to the 10-yarder, so it'll go down to the 16-yard line.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be 10-yarder. Right at the 15.
That penalty gives Minneapolis a 1st and 10.
Lions will come back here in the red zone right now at the 16-yard line. Two in the backfield, to the right, to the left. They will pitch the outside to Eckert. Nice lead block right there. Slips down. The lead block slips down, and that was Justin Klein. Slips. And
Bearcats are going for the strip with the ball there. Eckert did a great job of hanging on. About a 3-yard gain. Got to the 12-yard line of Ellsworth.
So about a gain of 3 on the play. 10:42 left to go in the ball game. In the red zone is the Lions to the left. Go back to Eckert once again, and another penalty flag comes in. I'd say this one's going to be on the Lions.
The flag is on the right side of the line.
Holding, I would assume. We'll see what the call is here. Another chop block again. This time against Minneapolis. So that'll back them up 10.
Yeah. Goes back to the Ellsworth 20-yard line. I just am flabbergasted. I don't understand. We went from their 26 to their 15 on that 10-yard penalty. We've gone from their 12 back to our 20. They didn't get quite 10 yards either time.
Unless it's a position, unless it's a spot foul down.
Yeah, that could be.
Very well could be. To the left for the Lions on 2nd and 15. He'll drop back, roll out of the pocket. Has the receiver open as Eckert. And he is drilled as he catches it at the 15. A gain of 5. Great pass, great catch. But a big hit right there.
Actually, he got to the 13-yard line. So 7-yard gain.
Had Briggs open in the end zone, but it would have been a hard pass to make.
3rd and 9.
He'll send Macy and Friend out to the left. Eckert and Briggs to the right. Lott in the backfield on 3rd and 8. Drops back to pass again. Has just over the top of Colin Briggs. Incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th down, and they will try to kick the field goal again. 4th and 9 as Eric Yoxel comes in to try to kick the field goal here. 4th and 9, 9:22. This will be about a
this is at
31.
This is at
30.
the 14 officially, so 31 yards attempt. That'll be his longest of his career if he can make it.
It's from the right hash, if you'd call it that. Ball's down, kick is up, and it looks good. And it is. Nice job by the freshman Eric Yoxel as he kicks a 31-yard field goal. Nice job by the Lions right there.
1 of 2 on field goals for tonight, and that gives the Lions a 17-14 lead with 9:15 remaining in the contest.
Minneapolis gets the points that they need on that one, as in the 4th quarter they get a how many play drive on that one, Dale?
I'll count it up here.
9:15 in the 4th. Minneapolis gets a 31-yard field goal.
13-play drive for the Lions. Ate up a lot of clock from 3:34 remaining in the 2nd quarter to 9:15 here, so over 6 minutes in that drive for the Lions. Close game now. The defense has got to step up big here and get another 3 and out for the Bearcats. They've had 2 possessions. They weren't both 3 and outs, but they both ended up in punts.
Alex Yoxel comes in to kick. He's got the deep leg, and he will kick off here for the Lions. They've had a couple kick returns, and Yoxel will try to pin him, and it's a nice kick, and it'll be taken by Glazier at the 9-yard line, and comes out of it, but he's hit hard, but then somehow gets out of the pocket to about the 28-yard line, about a 20-yard return by number 6, Glazier. Colin Briggs on the tackle for the Lions.
So 9:08 remaining in the game. They take over on their 28. They started at their 25, their 30, and now they're 28.
Minneapolis will try to stiffen up the defense once again. They'll send 2 receivers out to the right-hand side, 1 to the left. I formation for the Bearcats. They will hand it off to the halfback in the backfield, and he gets to the 30, a gain of about 2 on the play as number 15, Zammerslaw, they say, gets a 2-yard carry. 8:49 left to go in the ball game. 17-14. Your Minneapolis Lions with the lead. 1 receiver goes out to the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the slot for the Bearcats. As they go to the fullback, and Justin Klein will get him tackled after a gain of about 2 on the play.
3rd and 5 coming up. The ball is at the 34.
They say Lott was in on the tackle. I saw Justin Klein get up first, so I'll give it to Klein on that one, but either one.
I guess it's at the 33. That would make sense with a 3rd and 5, and started on the 28.
3 to the right-hand, trips to the right-hand side for the Bearcats. 1 to the left, 1 in the backfield. 3rd down and 5. They'll send Glazier in motion.
Fumbled.
And miscommunications. They throw it up, and he has it catch for a 1st down.
On a busted play.
On a busted play. Another pass completion on a busted play for the Bearcats.
Got it to their 43.
Tell you, we bid on the busted play, Dale, and he threw it in between 2 defenders and right there. Sophomore quarter, it's not too bad of an arm.
He's good composure.
Because that was a broken play. It was, so they send Glazier in motion again. Drops back to pass.
Oh, it's wide open.
And another catch. This time a 14-yard completion. Wow.
To the Minneapolis 42.
And if he would have hit him in stride, he would have been gone.
Yep.
Another Bearcat 1st down, Dale. And it's going to be a test of wills now here in the 4th quarter. 7:20. Bearcats driving in Minneapolis territory.
Actually at the 41.
To the right, to the left. Glazier goes back in motion. They go to the fullback, and he's upended by Lott. Gain of about 2 on the play.
Gets to the 40 or the 38 of Minneapolis. 3-yard gain.
Got a special running on these great FFA hamburgers. $1.50. Go get your FFA hamburgers for $1.50.
2nd and 7 coming up.
2 receivers out to the left for the Bearcats. 1 in the backfield, 2 to the right. This time they will send in motion. Quarterback keeps it, and he will not get anywhere. Nice backside tackle by the Lions. Anderson with the carry. I don't see who got it from Minneapolis. I believe Klein.
They got to the 39, so that's a yard loss. This slot receiver that's running back behind, goes in motion, that one at least started to come forward before the ball was snapped, I think. He started the arc towards the line of scrimmage, which is an illegal procedure, if seen.
Trips to the right-hand side. You're right, if seen. 1 to the left. Goes in motion again. Drops back to pass. And throws across the middle. Has it.
Woo! In and out of the hands.
Thank goodness. Oh, he had it too. And incomplete is the. And that will bring up a 4th down and 7. And he was wide open too, Dale.
Yes.
As they will get, it looks like they're going to.
Yeah, they've got to.
They've
5:48 to go.
Yep.
They can't.
Trips the right-hand side. They're going to go for it here. 1 goes in motion again.
See, he's coming forward.
He's falling forward and throws across the middle and has it. Comes back. He's still on his feet. Breaks around 1 tackle, and he's hit. And he will have the 1st down. That's a big catch, and there's a penalty flag. I don't know what happened right there, but.
Probably face masking, maybe, at that point.
That'll be an insult to injury if that's the case. It is enough for the 1st down. Face mask against Minneapolis.
The ball is currently at the 28-yard line.
The reception by Jesse Kidd. Good for another Bearcat.
Couldn't bring him down. So they got to the Minneapolis 28, and then the penalty takes it to the 24. So it must have been at the 29. So to the 24. 1st and goal, 1st and 10 for the Bearcats.
Ball in Minneapolis territory at the 24. Glazier goes in motion. There you go, the fullback.
Oh, he kept it.
Kept it, yep. Good call, Dale. Gets a gain of about 1 on the play.
They get the ball to the 23, a 1-yard gain.
That is a deceiving. That's where that quarterback puts it in his gut and pulls it out at the last second.
Yeah.
Got good composure and good hands to do that.
Bearcats have not turned the ball over tonight. The Lions have once.
Could sure use one right now. To the right, to the left. Drops back to pass. Steps out of the pocket and he comes out of there somehow, and then he breaks out. Nice run there, still on his feet, and gets an Ellsworth first down.
To the 6-yard line.
That is a heck of a run by their quarterback, flushed out of the pocket.
First and goal from, looks like the 7-yard line. No, the 8-yard line.
In Minneapolis, the red zone at the 8-yard line. They had Minneapolis had great protection, but their quarterback, pretty nifty little runner coming out of the backfield. Drops back, quarterback keeps it himself, and
gets inside the 5, I think.
Yeah. This is a long drive for the Bearcats right here, Dale.
Yes, probably their longest of the night. They've moved to the 3 of Minneapolis. 5-yard gain. 13th play of the drive coming up for the Bearcats. Started at 9:08. It's down to 3:58.
17-14 here. Got to break them right here, Lions, as the defense will try to stop them here on 2nd and goal. I formation.
Fullback gets it. Goes nowhere.
Yeah, they gave him a yard on it, according to the official.
Okay. Yeah. Got to the 2.
3rd and goal from the 1 now.
Oh, got to the 1. All right, 2-yard gain. Had a hard time figuring out where they're placing it there.
Well, I'm watching the official here by the goal line, and he was running in.
That's the thing to do. I'm trying to watch where it is in the middle of the pack. And 3:05 to go here in the game.
3rd and goal, 17-14 Lions with the lead, but Ellsworth trying to score on a long, long drive. Trying to catch him off guard right here.
He comes forward
He comes
again.
in motion. Yeah, how is that not?
It is not arena football.
Well, they get the
11
touchdown.
with the carry. They have been doing that consistently here in the second half anyway, cutting forward. That guy in motion, and he led the blocking on that run. So 2:51 to go in the game. They scored the touchdown, go ahead, and they're in the swing gate again. And they look at the coach, and he says come in and kick the field goal. They kick the PAT attempt.
Well, I'll tell you, Dakota Anderson does a little bit of everything for him.
And it looks like it's good. It is. 21-17 the score, 2:51 remaining. The Lions are going to have a last gasp chance here to move back into the lead with the touchdown. If they can muster up a drive in the last less than 3 minutes to go.
We'll take a break here. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of the Lions games on SalinaPost.com. Join them as they encourage student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank with locations in Salina, Minneapolis, Bennington, Wamego, and Sylvan Grove. A proud sponsor of this game. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Shanlack Field, Ellsworth High School in Ellsworth, Kansas. Lions set to receive the kickoff here. Eckert and Briggs go back deep.
21-17, Ellsworth with the lead. As number 65 for the Bearcats will probably squib it here, and he does.
That's
Picked
kind of
up
a
by
standard kickoff for him.
by Briggs, and Briggs will take it up to about the 32-yard line before he's taken down. So the Lions will have about 65 yards to go to try to come away with a win here tonight on Ellsworth's homecoming, as the ball is placed on the 37-yard line as we get ready to start the drive here at 2:42 here in the fourth quarter. Ellsworth ate up a ton of clock right there.
Sure did. Our third drive of the half here. We've scored on each drive so far, so we need to just cap it off here, get a touchdown and go ahead.
To the left, two in the backfield. Drops back, throws the outside quickly to Friend. Friend has it, breaks a tackle, gets it up to about the first down territory. Gain of about 9 on the play for the Lions. This is
46-yard line of Minneapolis.
8. To the receivers to the left once again, second down and short. They will go to Eckert. Eckert, well, had the first down. That will take it into Ellsworth territory at about the 47-yard line at the 2:04 mark. So Eckert gains 5 on the play.
Into Bearcat territory at the 47.
2:04 left to go, and that will start the clock. Two receivers to right, two to the left, one in the backfield. For Comfort. Drops back, has time. Quickly gets it up to Friend once again, and he will have close to a first down. Not quite enough, just short.
They're going to measure? Surely not. They stopped the clock. I don't know why. Must be a timeout?
Timeout. Must be a timeout. So Minneapolis takes their first timeout of I believe their first timeout of the fourth quarter. Or the second half, I believe.
The ball is at the 43. Ellsworth 37. Just outside the 37. It's not quite a first down. 2nd and 1 to go. 1:40. It's getting down to nail-biting time, Scott.
Yeah, minute 43, 21-17. Lions with the lead. And Minneapolis in Ellsworth territory at the 37. It's
scoreboard says
38-yard line.
So
38-yard line.
That's where we'll leave it.
But we're going to have to start using the sidelines to get out of bounds. Got 2 timeouts left, and got to get it down. Got to score a touchdown here. A field goal's not going to do it.
Field goal won't do it. You got to have the touchdown. We're down by 4.
Good game here tonight in Ellsworth. 21-17, Bearcats with the lead. Lions will send 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left for Comfort. Lot in the backfield with Comfort. 2nd down and 1. They will give it to Lott. Garrett will have the first down with the gain of about 5 on the play.
Clock will stop briefly with the first down.
Brought down by 40, Trevor Riley.
To the Ellsworth.
1st and 10, Minneapolis.
Wait till they get set. 33. And Minneapolis was ready for the play.
Offense, yeah.
Cross back to pass. And incomplete.
Well covered. 2 defenders there. Sandwiched Briggs.
Incomplete makes it 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 coming up here is a good coverage by the Bearcats. Ball is on the Ellsworth 33-yard line. Minute 26 left to go in the ball game.
Clock says the 32-yard line, but it's got to be the 33.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. 2 in the backfield for Comfort. As he drops back, rolls the right-hand side, throws up and And that's pass interference.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
And I think he caught it anyway, didn't he? No.
I don't think he did. I don't think
Okay.
he caught it. No, he did not catch it. But he had him drape on his back, so that will be another. That will be enough for a Minneapolis first down.
Pass interference. Defense. Good thing about that stops the clock.
Yeah, it does.
1:17 remaining. And it's going to move the ball forward 10 yards. We'll move it.
Down to about the 20.
15 yards.
Yeah.
That takes it to the 18-yard line. And the Minneapolis Lions are ready to go.
18-yard line, to the right, to the left. Minute 17 left to go in the ball game for the Lions. Comfort drops back to pass. Once again, has some time, gets flushed out of the pocket. Rolls around. Throws it up. And
just
out of the reach
head
of Colin Briggs.
Yeah.
Incomplete. Had double coverage over there. Ball on the 18-yard line. In minute 7, we'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 with the incompletion. But the clock does stop, Dale.
Yes.
2 timeouts remain for the Lions. In the red zone here with 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They will give it a lot, and Garrett will take it up to about the 14-yard line.
And we'll have a timeout.
There'll be a timeout. So
1:01 remaining. Gets the ball to the 14-yard line of Ellsworth. Minneapolis timeout.
So a minute 1 left. Timeout is called. We'll take one with them. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication, Channel 20 Minneapolis. We'll be back.
The Scott Osherman Agency, your American family insurance agent, is dedicated to giving you the best insurance possible for your car, home, life, health, retirement, or farm and ranch insurance. Scott is there to help. The Scott Osherman Agency, your American family insurance agent. He's there when you need him.
Where do you go in Minneapolis for fresh fruit, quality cuts of meat, fresh vegetables, all the products you need for your kitchen? Jeans IGA. Jeans is proud to sponsor Minneapolis Lions High School sports. Encourage your children to excel both in the classroom and in sports. They'll thank you for it.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas. Dale Leach, Scott Osherman here. Minute 1 left in the ball game, Dale. And Lions with a nice drive here. 3rd down and 6 coming up here, as they've got to get 6 yards to get inside the 10 to get a first down.
And stop the clock.
And stop the clock.
We have
one timeout left.
Remaining.
They'll send 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, in tight on the left-hand side, lot in the backfield. Comfort rolls to the right-hand side, throws, great defense right there by the Bearcats. They break it up. Jeremiah Friend, I thought, had it for a second, and it's gets it broken up right at the end. That was a good defensive play.
If he would have maybe come, I'm going to be like some of the guys on TV. I think if he'd have come back to the ball, he might have had it. I think he started to turn away from it, thinking he had the ball, and the defender was able to tip it away.
This is right here, 4th and 6.
This is the ball game, folks. Minneapolis timeout.
They used their last timeout. I kind of might as well. So timeout called by the Lions. 55 seconds left. 21-7. 4th and 6 coming up here. Minneapolis got to find a way to get those 6 yards. The offensive line has done a great job of protecting Mr. Comfort, and right now they've got to figure out a way to get a receiver open, as Ellsworth has stepped it up on the last few plays on the defensive side. 21-17. A good second half of football for the Lions.
It's only our 3rd drive of the half. 60-12. Russell or Sacred Heart over Russell. Final score. Ellsworth's had 3 drives. They scored on 1. We've had 3 drives. We've scored on 2 of them so far. We need to finish this one off with a touchdown and win the game and spoil homecoming for the Bearcats. But it all rides on this play right here.
This play right here, Dale.
4th and 6 from the 14.
They will send trips out the right-hand side with Macy, Eckert, and look for a little flare pass out to the right-hand side. Drops back, rolls the right-hand side. Rolls out of pocket. He's going to be flushed out, and he's going to be sacked. That's the ball game.
Yep. Apparently there was good coverage downfield. Comfort couldn't
that's the first
get it out to him.
Coverage sack of the ball game, and that's going to end it right there. Ellsworth will come away with a victory on homecoming by a score of 21-17.
Sacked at the 16-yard line with 47 seconds remaining.
Got to go back and look at this one and see some missed opportunities as Ellsworth comes away with the victory tonight, unless something major happens, and I don't see there.
Well, they'll just take a knee here. Should.
So.
We don't have any timeouts to stop the clock.
Yeah. So
they'll eat up the clock real quick.
Was a great ball game though, Dale.
Oh yeah.
It's one you like to see go down the end, and it does. Minneapolis had a chance. They did a nice job of driving it. A nice amount of drive right there, but they
went from
just
our
could not.
37 to the Ellsworth 14-yard line.
14-yard line. So
10-play drive. And the clock's just going to stop. They'll have to run one more play. Take the victory formation here. And this homecoming is going to end sweet for the Bearcats.
And that is the truth. Ellsworth comes away with the victory on a game that was really dominated by the Lions, but unfortunately,
as far as time of possession and ability to move the ball,
does not come the way we want it. We will have some total stats for you here in just a few. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20 Minneapolis. We'll be back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas, Shanelack Field, as the Minneapolis Lions fall short tonight, 21-17 over the Ellsworth Bearcats. With the game, when we go through some stats here, Dale, it's kind of disheartening. If you look at time of possession, you look at total yardage. Minneapolis did very well in the first and the second half. In the second half, 95 yards rushing, 64 yards passing. And Ellsworth had 55 yards rushing and 32 yards passing. Mm-hmm. And you look at time of possession, number of plays. Minneapolis had more plays. They both had 3 possessions. But
we had the ball 16 minutes in the second half compared to their 11.
Yep.
Their big drive, their only score of the half, took 6 minutes and almost 7 minutes.
Yeah. When they had to, they dug deep.
That was the key in the game because they took the lead and left us only 2 minutes to go to get down the field, and we came, we took almost 2 minutes in that second drive, 10 plays, just couldn't get it down, punched across, and we got the 14-yard line. Hats off to the Bearcat defense. They held us when it counted. We got the ball down, but they held us when it counted.
Yeah. Total yards for the night for the Lions, Dale. 358 very unofficial yardage, but a great night of rushing and passing. We had a great night. We just missed some opportunities.
Everywhere except the scoreboard. We just couldn't get it across when we needed to.
Yeah, missed some opportunities tonight.
So hats off to the Bearcats. They did a great job, great defensive job when they needed to.
They win on their homecoming night. Minneapolis now will come back home next week as we start district play.
And homecoming.
And homecoming next Friday. So come on out and cheer on the Lions at homecoming next Friday night. If you can't be there, hey, listen to us on SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20. It's getting cold up here, Dale.
My toes about had it.
So I think we're going to end it right there. Minneapolis Lions come up short tonight, 21-17 over the Ellsworth Bearcats. You've been listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20.
Quick reminder, there will be a volleyball broadcast next Tuesday. Republic County visits Minneapolis. It'll be the last league game of the season. So
For Dale Leach, myself, Scott Osherman, good night from
Good night,
Ellsworth,
folks.
Kansas.
Mm-hmm.